Hey everybody, welcome back to another Bro Guy Toy Review. As always, I'm your host, Bro Guy Jesse. Now, I have another interview for you from Toylanta, and it's with Jason from Spero Toys. Now, this guy was extremely passionate about this brand. Of course, he is a partner, but he sold me on the brand. We talked about the lore, we talked about everything. I didn't know anything about this company, really, except for backing the Wave, the second series Kickstarter. I liked how some of those figures looked. I didn't really pick out anything from the original one, but I went ahead, I picked up every single figure. So after this interview's done, I'll be showing off all the figures. I'll do an opening of the main character, and then I'll show off the entire line. And I will let you know if there's anything I don't like, anything I like. I don't hold back. So here's the interview.
Hello everyone, it's Jason Bienvenu with Spero Toys. I am the art director for Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, an action figure line that's inspired by the fun of the 80s. If you love Thundercats and He-Man, this is a great new line for you to kind of check out and sample.
So when did you get involved with when did you get involved with the company?
So I'm actually a partner in the company. My business partner and I decided to form an LLC in 2019.
Okay. And now, how much say do you have, like, in story and everything with the whole line?
So I actually created the comic book first, which was in 2011. I did a Kickstarter for making the figures at 3 3/4 inch line in 2017, and then we segued into the 6-inch line in 2021.
Okay. Now, I never got involved in the first series, really. I ended up buying 3 of them after the Series 2 Kickstarter went out, which I think I backed 10 figures.
Oh, sweet. Awesome. Thank you.
Most of them were the lions, the lionesses.
Right. Okay, cool.
And then the water buffalo.
Nice.
So which character is your favorite out of all of them?
For me personally, it's our main character, Pale, who is essentially an avatar of myself. So whenever I write dialogue for Pale in the comic book, I write his dialogue the way I would speak. And there's a lot of real life parallels or life experiences that I've kind of infused with Pale's character and his personality from myself into him. So I would say Pale's definitely my favorite.
Okay, so for people that don't know about this line, what would you do? Oh, what would you say to them to
get them to sample it?
Yeah.
I would say that if buying your 5th Luke Skywalker or your 7th Wolverine is starting to kind of get a little less special, this is something that you could try out. You don't necessarily have to get all of them.
I did.
But you could buy 1 or 2 and sample it and see how you feel about it. And then if you like it, we've got 4 waves of figures that you can collect. So you've got essentially a full collection of stuff that's waiting for you to sample and try out. And if you want to go back to Luke Skywalker and Wolverine, they're not going anywhere. So, take a chance and try out an indie toy line that's a lot of fun and accessible and durable.
Okay, so the Series 2 coming out, could you share any ETA?
So, at the time that we're taping this, Chinese New Year has just ended. I spoke to our project manager and they said that they're planning on having the tooling molds finish in the spring, so we're going into the spring now. I was told there's 2 projects ahead of us and they would start production in the summer, so that's a little vague to me. It could be in August, it could be in July. Hopefully it's closer to June, July, and that would mean that we would get Series 1 probably sometime in late October, November. So if everything works out great, that's when I would expect them to actually arrive.
Okay, all right. Anything you'd like to say to the people watching?
Say again, I'm sorry?
Anything you'd like to say to the people watching?
Thank you for trying out an indie toy line. I feel like indie comics and toys and movies are kind of the future. We're with advances in AI and the internet, you don't necessarily have to be in a big city to, you know, bring your vision or your IP to life. So if you're into sword and sorcery, He-Man, Thundercats, Ninja Turtles, this kind of product is super durable, really accessible. It's got a ton of articulation, a ton of accessories, and it's a really fun item that, you know, you don't have to commit to an entire collection. You can buy one or two, and we actually have a whole bunch of them on sale right now at SperoToys.com.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
All right, so here we have Pell, and he is the main character of the series. So go ahead and open them up. Now, I just rewatched that interview myself, and I didn't realize how tired I was during that interview. I think I was actually up probably about 23 hours at that time, but no regrets because Toylanta was amazing. If you've never been to Toylanta, you should go. Go and experience it. There's so many companies there, so many indie companies, so many lines you are just learning about, which all these interviews I'm showing, that's what you're seeing. Okay, he actually feels really nice. It's not stiff. And from the first series, the first run of these figures, this is great. Like, it's not stiff. Usually there's a bunch of QC issues in those lines. This one has none. I love the texture. It's soft rubber, or yeah, soft plastic maybe. But yeah, this is great. I love this. Okay, so yeah, he's good. The detail on it is great. I usually don't care for monkeys, like especially when I go to the zoo. I don't care about monkeys. But that's what for the second series, series 2 that's coming out. The one thing that grabbed me was like the lizard people, which I love reptiles, and then also the lionesses and lions. Is just like, yes, I love lions, I love reptiles. So I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll get in here. But yeah, he just sold me on the line. I picked up I think every single figure minus the army builders. So, okay, so the weapons may be questionable. I mean, they're really good, but the stiffness is that fear if you drop them, they could break. But the weight on it, I don't think it would break, but just be very careful with these. You don't want them to fall off the shelf because the weapons themselves might break. I don't think, these guys seem sturdy. These guys seem extremely sturdy. So that's a very good, very, very good thing. So, okay, so let's go look at all the others. Okay, so I don't think this is all of them, but this is a good bit. I think I'm just missing the army builders, honestly. But I am looking forward to opening each and every single one of those. And also, I didn't realize this, I did buy a duplicate. So this may be a giveaway later on. So stay tuned for that. If I decide to keep it, maybe I'll just do a little army builder, but I don't think he's supposed to be an army builder figure. So yeah, this could be a potential giveaway. Now, I did get a good bit. So I have the gladiator version of Pell here, gladiator version of his, I don't know their names yet, I'm still learning their names, but this line has already impressed me. So I do have some army builders, some generic ones, and I did get armor for them, so I will be putting those on. And then I also did get a weapon pack. So yeah, I went all in. And so yeah, let's go ahead and open these. All right, so here they all are, all out. somewhat posed, but I'm actually really enjoying this line. Now, for the negative, I did have 2 issues. First was on him. When I pulled him out, his arm, the molding just looks like it wasn't all the way done. It didn't break or anything, it's just molding issue. I mean, it happens. I mean, I'm not complaining about it or anything, it's just, I'm showing what happened. So it's not uncommon, it happens all the time, but out of looking over everything, overall, the QC issue is fine. Now, the major issue I had was with one of the Build-A-Figure, well, not build, Army Builder ones. When I heated them up and went to pull them apart, he literally fell apart. He broke right there. So the ball joint is up in there and the leg broke. So I'm assuming it was just a molding issue where it's just weak, because the other one did not have that issue. Other one's just fine. I was trying to put the armor on. So if you do end up getting some of these individual Army builders, I would, and you get the armor to go on them, I would heat up the armor itself, because this armor, I wish I kept one out, but this armor is really flexible and soft. So if you heat that up and stretch it over a little bit, it'll slide right on. So that is a much better way to get it on than try to heat it up and pull, because yeah, see what happened. Now I am going to contact them and see if they will replace it, because I just received them this week. But I'll let you guys know. I'll give an update to see what they say. Hopefully they do replace it, because I didn't do anything wrong for it to break. I heated it up like you're supposed to. You're supposed to heat these up if you're pulling them apart. The legs, not legs, feet, everything heat up. It makes it much easier. I use a heat gun. I don't boil water and do that. I don't want to dry off figures and everything. I just use a heat gun, and I have a very decent heat gun. It heats up to over 1,000 degrees. So it's very capable. But yeah, overall, this line is amazing. I highly recommend this line. Get into it. You might have issues, but that's what customer service is for. I haven't experienced their customer service, but I'll find out. Hey everybody, Future Me here, and I actually got a response from customer service while editing this video. Now, their customer service is outstanding. It was really no hassle whatsoever. They just wanted some additional information on how it broke, what I was doing and everything. And their reasoning for it was they want to just give the best QC, to fix as much QC issues as they can. They want to give the best quality figure that they can, which is great to hear from a company. But yeah, even more so, I highly recommend this company. This company is great. If you haven't tried the line yet, dive into it. I doubt you'll be disappointed. So yeah, look into this line, Spero Toys, Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. I screw up names all the time. But yeah, this is a great line. I highly recommend it. Look into it. Get some of your favorites. Like, this is the bad guy. Don't start falling on me now. This is the main bad guy. This is the main good guy. So if people were wondering why they come with guns, is because this isn't the past. This isn't a post-apocalyptical type thing. This is actually in the future, where we go off away from the world and everything. Read the first comic is free on their website. So go to SperoToys.com and check out their first comic book. First comic book is free. So check it out. And yeah, this line's great. Look into it. And as always, life is tough out there, guys. Enjoy the little things.
action figures lined up on the shelf. Jesse's breaking boxes by himself. He ain't gentle, nah, he ain't nice. Ripping open dreams just to slice the price. Hey, hey, watch him fly. Toys won't break, we know that's a lie. Bro guy Jesse giving it a try. Yeah, he's gonna do it and don't ask me why.